Midnight light on a dim-lit screen, clicking through stories you wouldn't believe. Cold case trails and courtroom scenes, whispers from the grave and media dreams. Truth is stranger, hearts beat faster in the shadows of a news disaster. Scrolling deep where secrets hide, you found the stories time won't deny. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods clubs to breaking news lines, you shine a light where the silence lies. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Small town rumors and urban fear, a voice for the lost who can't speak here. Through every name, through every case, you hold the truth in a steady place. Cameras roll but justice lingers, truth unravels through careful fingers. You tell the story, speak their names in a world that's quick to look away. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods crimes to great night trials, you trace the echoes through every mile. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Some run from the dark, you walk right in with a question and a camera lens. It's not just a crime, it's the lives they led. The voice is still talking from the books unread. Headstones and headlines, the veil is thin. Truth gets louder when you begin. With every view, with every line, you bring the forgotten back to life. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Yeah, headstones and headlines, you tell the stories that time can't hide.
Hey there, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a good day. I don't know what was happening with StreamYard. It was like skipping and glitching, and then all of a sudden I didn't see my intro on my screen. I'm like, what is happening? But it fixed itself, and it wasn't me. So I don't know what's going on, but it was definitely not being cooperative. But thankfully, we are here, and hopefully it doesn't do it again. Dinah Do, thanks for being here. Connie, aka Sister Karen. Yaya, good to see you. Yeah, YouTube. Well, it's not necessarily YouTube. It's StreamYard, which I guess it could be YouTube. So as many of us know, there is a nor'easter that is hitting the East Coast, and we are supposed to get it. Initially, upstate wasn't supposed to get any rain, and now they're saying that we are going to get rain all day tomorrow. So thankfully, I'm quite inland, but the coast and New York City, Long Island, New Jersey, they're all going to get hit pretty hard. And I've been watching there's a live cam in South Carolina, Buxton, South Carolina, or North Carolina, where 9 houses had collapsed. actually 8. One of them was in Rodanthe. But anyways, there's a live stream on one of the houses that did not collapse like a week and a half ago when the others did. When they got, I think it was Hurricane Aaron. I can't remember exactly. I had made a couple of shorts about it, and just seeing the devastation, and people were just standing watching these houses collapse. The pilings weren't holding up. So there were a few houses that survived, and one of them was this greenhouse. And actually, I'm going to actually share this tab instead. So this greenhouse, I'll put it on the. I always knock myself off. I don't know what's going on. So this greenhouse is the only one, well, not the only one, but one of many that were on this row of beach homes. And when I first started, watching this, I'm like, why would you build a house so close to the water? And that wasn't the way it always was. Because of beach erosion, they had dunes in front of their homes. And I believe what I read, this green home was actually the third row of homes from the water. So there was a good distance between these houses in the water, but because of beach erosion, the houses in the rows ahead have already been taken to sea or moved. And so now this is the first row. Now this row of beach homes is most likely going to become no longer. But I did notice that this home, and I think because when StreamYard was glitching, I closed it down. Let me go back to YouTube. There is a video I just wanted to kind of show what it looked like a couple of weeks ago. And this home, this green home was definitely built well, because a home actually hit it. Like floated into it. So let's move over to here. And so this video, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but this is the greenhouse that I just showed on screen. And this is where the hurricane had come through, and this house is still standing. So this one that kind of looks like a barn, this one is still standing. That's the green one. And then there's a couple other ones down the beach much further that are still standing. This one right here is going to collapse in this part. And it hits this greenhouse, and you can see the pilings. They're not very sturdy at this point. And the fact that this house remained standing after this house floated into it is pretty, whoever built this is good. So then if we go back real quick, just to the live view, you can see where they put boards between the pilings to give it a little bit more support. And now the water's starting to come in again. At one point, it looked like it was starting to recede a little bit, but geez, it does look like it's clearing. So that's actually a good thing. But I think high tide was maybe 30 minutes ago. I looked, I think it said 3 something. But anyways, I just wanted to show you, let me go back here. I'm just going to show you what happened. And this is more about the nor'easter, but also, these homes are people's livelihoods. There was I couldn't find the news clip, but I had watched it when this was initially happening. And there were people who were trying to save as much as they could out of this greenhouse once the water had receded. And they had a ladder going up to, I think they were on this side of it where the porches are. And they were like, they had a ladder and they were like sliding things down the ladder to try to save it. I don't know if they got much out, but yeah. Hey, good trouble. So here it goes. And then it floats right into this greenhouse. And you can see the greenhouse kind of shutter. I mean, it was, and then it rights itself. And here's just another angle, the greenhouse. I mean, this is so sad. So a lot of them were vacation homes, but they would rent them out. Um, so you can see here is that greenhouse that we're looking at right now. This house collapsed. This house is still here. This house is still here. This one here collapsed. This one right here. And then I believe this one is still standing as well. Oops. But there were houses all through here. Actually, it might, that one hadn't fallen down yet. And then there was another house on the other side of this green one as well. There was houses over here. But you can see where it's just the water actually got up. So we got 1, 2, 3, like to the 4th row of homes here. It's sad. And now they have this nor'easter that is threatening to take the rest of the homes. All right, so we're gonna take a look at this. Let me get back to chat right quick. Oh, great. My browser has, all right, let me stop sharing for a second. Said it had lost audio. Of course it did. All right, there we go. With erosion and climate change, all coastal cities are going to be affected first. I wish we could reverse this. I agree. I mean, it's real. And there's a staircase. Shoot, and I can't remember the address. Let me go to Google Maps. So there is they call it like the staircase to nowhere now. And it's in Buxton. Oops. Buxton. Here it is. Okay, so it's called the Stairway to Nowhere. Well, I guess this person called it this. So let's look at this real quick. This live, I'm kind of going to be going all over the place because I'll think of things and then. Okay, so this is, when was this from? August 21st. So almost 2 months ago. So this stairway looks like it goes nowhere. This stairway used to go over the dunes. And it is, so that's 46001. I mean, it was holding on. It was holding on. Look at those waves. In this house, this yellow house right here, I believe was one of the first to fall. And that house was absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I can find it to show you. I was able to find pictures of a lot of these homes on Realtor. Oh yeah, here it is right here. All right, let's finish. So this yellow home did actually collapse, and it was massive, the home was. But here's those stairs, 46001. And just to think that there used to be these dunes and then beach and then water, and now it's just the water is, oh yeah, Hurricane Aaron. I was right. Okay, so this is the yellow house that collapsed. I mean, we could slow it down with green energy. I mean, this home, just absolutely gorgeous. And it's gone. Gone. And you can see even in this photo, I mean, it was a pretty good distance from the water. And I don't know what year this was. So it could be just a few years. It could be several years. And I think this one, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this is the one that had a map of the beach, like a drone photo from by the water. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good distance from the ocean. And now the water is up to the homes. I mean, that's like, it's really hard. Oh yeah, here it is. So you can see, I mean, they are pretty close, but they're also far away. But now the water comes like right here. And most of this little house right here collapsed where my cat is. The greenhouse is down the line a little bit. Most of these houses are gone. These blue ones are still here. The blue ones right here. I mean, just gorgeous homes. Gorgeous. And I don't remember where I was going. Oh, the Stairway to Nowhere. That's where I was going. So if you go to Google Maps, you can actually see, let's see, Google. Let me just put in Buxton. Buxton, North Carolina. And I mean, they are pretty much surrounded by water. It's like this little teeny island. Just so you can get a sense of where this is in North Carolina, for those of you who may not know, because I didn't know where it was. Okay, so here is the coast. So if I zoom out, wow, look how cool that is. It kind of shows like the ridges. But anyway, so here's North Carolina. And then you have, this is, you know, the coast. And then you have the sound. And then Buxton is this little island here. And the row of homes are here. And then, is that the stairs? Oh, no, right here. So here are the stairs to nowhere. But you can see how high the water is now coming compared to those photos. The water was way down here. The shoreline was. And in this photo, it's up here. And now it's even higher. But the stairs to nowhere, that's where the dunes were. And now there's no dunes. And I feel like a lot of, you know, like New Jersey, I had seen a video from Atlantic City today, and the wind was just blowing. I think it was up to 50 miles an hour already. Dinah says, I was so excited for our future, seeing and hearing about all the new green energy products, but now most got canceled. Makes me sad and frustrated. Yeah. It's really, and I mean, look at this house. The porches are all jacked up. This looks like it was So this is where they've reinforced the pilings. You can see where they put the boards across to try to stabilize it, but I mean that home is definitely jacked up. Oh, there's the yellow house right there. I didn't realize they were gonna show it on here. You can there's that big yellow house that I just showed y'all. Oh, and they showed the stairs to nowhere. They were let me see. Let's see. Yep, here are the stairs. The stairs are no longer, but the pathway is still there. And this was from a week ago. So this is actually an older video, but I just wanted to kind of give a sense of what it was like there after these homes fell. And, they're going to show several of them just fall into the ocean and just gone. And so this was after the hurricane had passed. So this is the new shoreline right here. That's the new shoreline. I'm actually surprised that that greenhouse is still standing. I mean, it from that angle, it just looks it could just be the weight because the porches are all messed up, but mm, oh, it's oh, thank you, Grain. What the this StreamYard, come on. No, it's StreamYard. This is why once I get my new setup, I will have 2 monitors so that I can see StreamYard when it's not working. Ugh. All right, let's try this again. I will rewind the video because all right, we'll just start the whole thing over. Hopefully, I'll be sure to keep an eye on StreamYard while I'm playing it. No, no, you were reading subtitles. Well, I guess that's a good thing that I have them there. Nobody's said anything prior, and then thankfully Grain sent me a message and I saw it.
The North Carolina coast is at risk again because of a new storm as it tries to recover from strong waves from Hurricanes Imelda and Umberto. 9 houses have collapsed on the Outer Banks in less than 2 weeks. Right now, Buxton Beach remains closed to visitors as crews work to clean up debris. And now a nor'easter is heading that way. Justin Michaels is live there in Buxton with more.
Julie, I'll tell you what you've seen from Mother Nature here along the coastline in Buxton is quite extraordinary. To think where we're standing right now, we would have been several hundred yards, not several hundred feet, several hundred yards from the water's edge just in the last few years. But since then, and the loss of a jetty they had here that was in place since the 60s, that and also sea level rise, climate change, there's all sorts of variables. The jetty is what most people here really blame for this massive loss of coastline, but still massive loss of coastline, bringing in homes. And you can see just how precarious some of these homes are still. And when high tide comes in, like we're expecting around midnight, these homes again are surrounded by water. Now, with the nor'easter expected to come on shore this weekend and really batter this coastline again, it's anybody's guess how much longer the homes you see right on the water's edge will last. The next thing we're noticing is the next line of defense. That's what we've been calling it. You can see the next row on the left side of your screen. Those homes are up next. So what's going to happen, Julie, over the next couple months, couple years, is anybody's guess. But the bottom line is this: these homes are completely unprotected at this point. The jetty that has been in place since the late 60s, built by the Navy, has disintegrated. It was built out of steel. Steel against the Atlantic Ocean isn't going to stand up. It eventually was going to disintegrate. It's gone now. So all these...
And so I wanted to show you, I forgot I had this picture. So you have this greenhouse, you have this one that I just think of, the barn house. You have this house, and then you have this like greenish blue house in the back. This I had gotten from the greenhouse has pictures online as well. And so this is the greenhouse where my cat is. The greenhouse is on the far left. That's still standing. The one next to it is gone. The barn is standing. But the next house that is standing is way down here. All of these houses in between are gone. And then here is the like greenish house that you can see behind him. So there's a house here, and then there's that like grayish house that I don't remember if it fell. This one right here did fall. This little one right here, and then everything up until this barn house is gone. It's really sad.
These variables adding to the basically mess that we're dealing with right now. So 8 homes here were lost last week, 6 of them in just a 24-hour period. 1 more up in Rodanthe, so 9 just last week lost. And Julie, so many more right along the coastline here that are just waiting for their day or their moment to fall in. It's just a matter of time. Julie, to you.
We're keeping our fingers crossed. Justin, thanks so much.
But thankfully, they had time to like, what is the word? Oh my God, I just lost the word. Reinforce the pilings so that they were hopefully a little bit stronger. And I keep checking the greenhouse. The greenhouse is still standing. And you can see that the tide is starting to go out. And the sky is, well, it looked like it was clearing, and now it looks like it's getting cloudy again. But the greenhouse is still standing, which is, look at those waves. Holy crap. Jeez. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so now we get into the nor'easter part of it. I just wanted to show y'all that, and actually before we do that, nah, I'll wait till after. Okay, we'll watch this first.
We want to begin with Jesse Kirsch. He is starting things off for us today in Charleston, where flooding is the biggest fear as they get started. Jesse, good morning.
Hey, Peter and Laura, good morning to you. Thankfully, we haven't seen any truly devastating damage here in the Charleston area so far, but we are bracing for potentially more coastal flooding today, as well as up to 4 inches of rain in the region. We're looking at a 1-2 punch here in the Carolinas. You've got that storm brewing out in the open Atlantic, combined with an especially high tide we are seeing right now that is known as the
Hey,
King
Dammers,
Tide.
how are you?
On Friday, that brought some coastal flooding in parts of Florida up to where we are in Charleston. And take a look at this. The rough conditions have also been damaging properties in the area. Look at these waves crashing into homes in Isle of Palm, South Carolina, right near Charleston.
I mean,
residents there telling us, some residents telling us
why
there
isn't
should
this
be a
pausing? And I don't know the coastline here, if the water actually is supposed to be right up to their homes. I don't know how much beach they have in front of them, but even these homes are stunning beach homes.
strip of beach between their homes and the water there, but you can see the waves.
Like, look at this one. Oh my gosh. That doesn't even look like a house. It almost looks like some type of electronic.
Literally crashing right up against their back doors, and in some cases even spilling
Gorgeous.
over into parts of the street. All of this.
Oh, okay. So this is actually how far away the water is. Oh, wow.
As further north, communities are beginning their own preparations, getting ready for this expected nor'easter, and in some cases, events are already being canceled in anticipation. Peter.
Jesse Kirsch on the ground for us there in Charleston. Jesse, thank you.
All right, so just how bad is this storm going to be as it moves up the east?
And I was just thinking, like, I don't know if I don't remember ever hearing about a nor'easter this early in the year. Because usually when I hear the word nor'easter, it's when it's snow. And we know that we're going to get a lot of snow. I'm sure there have been other nor'easters, but I guess I just didn't really pay attention.
East Coast. Angie is here to track it all. All right, Angie, where do we begin here?
We've got multiple days of heavy rain, strong winds, flooding concerns. Just as Jesse mentioned, guys, we're going to continue to see this impacting folks across the southeast and, of course, the mid-Atlantic as the days go on. Here's where the heavy rain is centered right now. As we get through the day today, we're most concerned for that flash flooding across mostly parts of North Carolina. You can see Wilmington, Jacksonville, stretching up to Elizabeth City. But this area of low pressure is going to slide up the coast over the next day or so. Today, it's parts of the southeast and the mid-Atlantic, the heavy rain, the gusty winds, the coastal flooding. By the time we get into tomorrow, much of this works into the northeast. You can see that wind-swept rain draped across New England as well. We'll see those strong onshore winds, beach erosion likely, some power outages.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so I was just looking. Let me just back up. So where I'm at, we're actually supposed to get a lot of rain. Holy cow.
Likely some
I hadn't
power
realized
outages,
how much
as
rain
well as
we were
down trees
supposed to
all on the
get.
table. Even as we get into Monday, the system will still be hanging around offshore. Notice Atlantic City, we could see near record flood levels by the time we get into the middle of the day on Sunday. All of these locations either dealing with minor to major flooding up and down the coast, and that's just from the water up against the coast right now. We're also going to see additional rainfall. That, of course, exacerbating that problem, multiple inches by the time we get into the early part of next.
Okay, so where I'm at, they're saying a ½ inch about. Trying to figure out like where about I am. Yeah, I think we're a ½ inch. Which, how much is a ½ inch of rain? Okay, so a ½ inch of rain is about 5 inches of snow. That's not typically the type of nor'easter we're used to where I'm at, but I'll take the rain instead of the snow.
Next week, we'll see the heaviest rainfall focused across these regions. And on top of that, those damaging winds I mentioned, 40, 50, close to 60 mile per hour winds, the closer to the coast that you go. Guys?
All right, Angie, see you back in just a bit.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Oh, you're welcome, Al Roker. Thank you. Okay, so these are just some videos from today. So we have, this is from Norfolk, Virginia. And then I think I have one from New Jersey, and I don't remember where the other one is from. It's not raining yet, no. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, yeah. 5 inches of rain tomorrow? Holy crap. So that makes sense because let's see, how much snow is 5 inches of rain? Yeah, that makes sense. 5 inches of rain is about 25 inches of snow. So it says the most common estimate is that 1 inch of rain equals 10 inches of snow. So with that, 5 inches of rain would be 25 inches of snow. No, thank you. Wow.
Area that typically has issues when it comes to rising waters. The Hague in Norfolk, that's where we can find Layla Cox. She's live there now. Layla, I can already see you already got some water up to your ankles. What's the rest you're seeing?
Yeah, good afternoon, Eugene, and everyone tuning in. Just like you said, I'm in the Hague area where, as you can see, the water levels are rising. It basically looks like I'm a part of that body of water right here. As not, I'm actually quite far from it. If you could just see, if our photojournalist could just kind of zoom in, you see this fire hydrant right here is actually almost completely submerged in the water with the high intensity winds that have been picking up throughout the morning.
Where did he say they were in Hague? Hague, Virginia. I probably spelt it wrong. Oh no, Hague, Virginia. I don't think that is where they're at. Oh, maybe. Because it's right along the Chesapeake Bay. So I just looked, I could have spelt it wrong. It could be in a different spot. But the way I spelt it, Hague, Virginia, is right here. And then there's the Potomac River. So it could be there. I mean, it's pretty close to water. So where she's standing, it could be where the water's coming in. And I did get, once we're done with this clip, I did get an article from an hour ago about the rain in Massachusetts.
That our meteorologists have been tracking. That's what's causing this tidal and coastal flooding to happen in our areas. Cheryl and Taylor have been doing a great job at monitoring the high wind gusts that we've been tracking and how it's just really bringing the water into.
Oh, duh. I could have just looked up the Chrysler Museum of Art. Duh, Emmy. Chrysler Museum of Art. Oh, so she's in Norfolk. She's in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, so that makes sense. They've got, oh, the Hague. It's actually a body of water. Well, I learned something new today. So here's the Chrysler Museum of Art. And so she's probably standing over here somewhere, I would think. Or maybe over here. And then if you zoom out, you can see that this is called the Hague. I had no idea, but now I do. So that's about where this reporter is right now.
To areas where it's not really supposed to be. Earlier this week, we spoke with Emergency Management Office's coordinator, Ricky Matthews with the city of Norfolk, who says that there are just some areas in the Mermaid City that are susceptible to major flooding, like the Hague area where I am right now, but also in Ocean View. We had a viewer send in that residents on 16th Bay Street and Pleasant Avenue are experiencing some flooding in that area, although crews are working to minimize the flooding that we're seeing. With the intensity of the winds picking up throughout the day, it's just going to cause more bodies of water to enter into the coastal area and into the land area. Our meteorologist, if you didn't hear this message earlier, I'm going to reiterate it. Never underestimate the power of water. We have peak tides hitting the Sewell's Point area around 2:03 p.m. And with the intensity of the wind and the water and it's just going to create more and more possibilities for more flooding in the area. Our meteorologists Taylor and Cheryl mentioned earlier that 6.5 inches of moving water could sweep you off of your feet. And if you can see right now, I'm short. I'm actually on a sidewalk right now. But if I were to just jump into this water right now, I'd be really almost submerged. So turn around, don't drown. Stay vigilant as always. If you think your car can drive through the water, it most likely can't. And even if you attempt to, you never know what those bodies of water could really do damage to your vehicle at this time. And just remember that 13 News Now has issued a weather impact alert into tomorrow. So be sure to track what the systems we're monitoring into the work week. And as the systems grow stronger throughout the night, the possibility of more flooding is prone. Remember that you can call 311, the non-emergency line, to report any hazardous conditions that crews might not be aware of, and they'll come as soon as possible. But for now, live in Norfolk, Layla Cox, 13 News Now. Stay safe, everybody.
And Layla, I just want to, if I can, just keep your shout up just real quick, because for those who may not be familiar, I know a lot of people that is a road, right? That's a street. You see where that fire hydrant is.
That's a silly question, sir, because there is a stop sign, which means that it would be a road.
Leads to a parking lot for the Chrysler Museum. I know there's a church that I attend that's right there too. And water,
so
again, for people, you heard Layla say water can sweep you off. Yes, but we were talking earlier, that's not necessarily the fear for this. It's you don't know what's underneath there too. So you don't want to go too far into that water.
Okay, so I did find an article about what's going to happen with this in Massachusetts. All right, so let's see. If it wants to load. Maybe not. Okay. Let's see. Let me. I don't know why that's still circulating. All right, we just got to listen to this ad. Okay, so it's saying 1 to 2 inches north, 1 to 3 plus south. So I'm assuming depending on where you're at, it could be much more. No sound. Thank you. All right, let's try that again. Man, StreamYard is really having a hard time today, isn't it?
As the day goes on, with rain moving in, the wind picking up, and some minor coastal flooding in pockets for this afternoon high tide. With
Hopefully
the
you
worst
can
of the
hear that.
conditions encompassing much of the area for Monday afternoon, some lingering effects into Tuesday. Waves of rain 1 to 2 inches north of the Pike, 1 to 3 inches south and east, and then the wind northeast sustained 20 to 30 across Cape Cod. The gusts 40 to 50, even pushing 60 outer Cape. The coast, minor coastal flooding, waves of 10 feet. So we'll go into the details right now. Here's the storm system. It's starting to develop and deepen with high pressure to our north in that position. We're going to see right in the middle the wedge of the wind and also the chance for precipitation. And I had a question on social media. If we were talking snow, if we were getting this in the winter, what would be the equivalent? It would be about, like 1 to 2 feet of snow possibly. So with that, I'm glad it's rain. We can deal with that. We'll get through it as we
See, but I was thinking, I said the same thing. It's rain, which is better than snow. But flooding, if you have a home that's flooded, that is much worse than having snow. I would rather move snow than to have to clean up after my home has been flooded. So I guess, you can see it both ways.
Always do for these October nor'easters. And as the rain comes down 11:45, it's going to make travel tricky with all the leaves blowing around too. And that adds to some slick spots on the roads as well. 59 degrees. Temperatures stay very raw and cool with the wind on top of it. And 4:45 today, the showers spreading in towards the Merrimack River Valley into Boston too. Springfield is still dealing with all those showers, and those showers making their way towards central and southern parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine through tomorrow morning. Spotty showers. Now, keep in mind, it is a holiday, so hopefully the roads aren't quite as congested with travelers. But then again, it may be because you're traveling. You've been off for the whole weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. 2 o'clock, we still have those showers, but then we see some holes in the rain back inland. It's at the coast that we have more of that mist and that gross wind coming off the water, and it's loud too, the waves just crashing. As we see the precip forecast, rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches, 2 to 3 as you go across southeastern Massachusetts, South Shore, Cape Cod Islands, and that's where we have a potential flood risk for flash flooding. It's a low risk. It's possible. We'll watch for any flash flood warnings to be issued. Perhaps we don't have any watches right now. We do have advisories and warnings in terms of wind speeds, gusts up to 50, Cape Cod up to 60 for the Vineyard and Nantucket. So here are the ferry cancellations and delays. They're going to come at us pretty quickly for Sunday into Monday as the wave heights ramp up due to the wind. It's a persistent northeast wind throughout the night tonight, getting as high by 10 o'clock as 35 to 45 miles an hour, pushing 50 to 60 there, 52 approximately, Nantucket overnight. It's loud. It's rattling the house. It's rattling around the Halloween decor. 11:30 Monday morning, then we slowly start to see 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, tapering off into Tuesday as that storm system pulls away, and the wind is more northerly in its direction for Tuesday for that third afternoon tide that we're watching at 6 o'clock. With that, Sunday, Monday should be the worst of the coastal flooding potential, especially Monday, 5 p.m. Minor coastal flooding, beach erosion, and storm surge of 1 to 2 feet possibly. Some of the roads.
The fact that they have to put on here, avoid parking near seawall. I feel like that would be common sense for people. Like, don't park where the storm surge might be. But I guess some people, you have to remind.
Will be closed in the usual spots. As we look at the wave height potential through today, 5 to 10 footers off of Cape Cod. Still building, though, along areas of the New Hampshire seacoast.
Wow,
Monday,
10 to 20
it's about
feet.
10 to 20 feet off the coast. And so with that, it's going to be a very rough day and week for mariners. It will take a couple days to get rid of the gale warnings and the small craft advisories and things like that. Highs today in the 50s. That's it. It's a raw afternoon as things go downhill tonight. Windy, rainy, and we stay in the 50s. With your 10-day outlook giving us some improvement by the middle of the week, Wednesday through Friday, as we lead up to the head of the Charles. Dry weather for that event.
Definitely fall weather. Definitely fall weather. No, I don't know how to stop this. Nope, stop. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just get back over here, and then I'll just close that window. All right, so this is New Jersey, and then I have one more thing that we'll take a look at, and then if there's anything else that we want to check, we can. If not, I just wanted to check in and see how, see what was going on with this nor'easter.
Of emergency is in effect across New Jersey due to this coastal storm. As Peyton mentioned, the New Jersey shore as well as Delaware beaches are expected to bear the brunt of this system. Our Sky 6 cameras have been capturing these strong winds and, of course, the rough surf now coming down in Sea Isle and in Margate. Action News reporter Chad Perdelli live in Atlantic City now with a look at the conditions there. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning, Maggie. Certainly could have some better conditions than what we're experiencing here in Atlantic City. Give you a close look at the Atlantic, and it is certainly churning. It is roaring at this 10 o'clock hour. We were driving down here. Wind is the major concern at this point. There were certainly some treacherous conditions at points with those wind gusts reaching 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. And as Peyton mentioned, going to increase as the day moves along. Tidal flooding also and coastal flooding a concern. High tide between noon and 3 o'clock. You can see it beginning to make its way here close to the boardwalk, but so far haven't seen much flooding whatsoever. A little bit of ponding on some roadways, but nothing major at this point. That's certainly something we'll be keeping an eye. Our cameras were...
You know, that's one place I've never been is Atlantic City. I've never been there, and it's so close.
Down the road in Ventnor earlier today, and much similar condition. Not a whole lot of rain at this point. Peyton talked about it. Maybe that rain backing off with maybe 1 to 2 inches here at the shore, but the winds certainly gusty, picking up at times, and only going to increase as the day moves forward. Not a lot of people out here. It's pretty desolate. Up and down the coast, boardwalk is empty. Saw one guy walking his dog out here, but it seems for the most part people are keeping their distance, staying indoors, and going to ride out this coastal storm like they do so often down here at the shore. A concern for some homeowners. You know, it's still early October. A lot of people still haven't put away the lawn chairs and other the tents and the umbrellas and other equipment they have at their shore houses. So some of that stuff could be blowing away if they haven't got that stuff indoors. So something we'll be keeping an eye on. But right now, ugly conditions, the rain, a little bit of a trickle splashing on us, but those winds really picking up, and something certainly we'll be keeping an eye along with that coastal flooding. For now, live in Atlantic City, Chad Perdelli, Channel 6 Action News. Maggie?
All right, Chad, thank you for hanging out there and keeping an eye out on the conditions for us. And be sure to keep that free 6 ABC app handy to track this coastal storm.
Right. So that's New Jersey. And then let me see. What was the last one I had? I don't remember. New Jersey. Okay. So this is about Jersey as well. Pookie says, my yard is getting so bumpy from all the roots coming up. Hey, Nanny. Yeah, I started at 3:30. I was early today because my dad is supposed to come down and help me take out the ACs. And hopefully I ordered my TV mount, but it hasn't come yet. So I may not be able to put my TV up until tomorrow or later in the week. So I came a little bit early, and it's not going to be a very long live. So, but I'm glad.
Officials in our area are monitoring the season's first nor'easter as it's set to bring high winds with the possibility of major coastal flooding. New Jersey is now in a state of emergency. The Jersey Shore expected to get hit the hardest. We have live team coverage tonight with News 4's Adam Harding in Perth Amboy, Axel Tercios in Long Beach on Long Island. But we're going to start with meteorologist Matt Brickman with what we need to know about the track of this storm, Matt.
Well, the storm right now still several hundred miles away, Rana, down off the coast of the Carolinas, where they've seen some coastal flooding already. And that's what we expect to see as the storm moves north through the night tonight and into the day tomorrow. We've just seen clouds and some increasing winds through this evening down the Jersey Shore especially. You're seeing gusts between 15 and close to 30 miles an hour. But as we get into the afternoon and evening tomorrow, those winds will approach 60 miles an hour for the Jersey Shore and parts of Long Island. And the rest of us, including the city, could see 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts Sunday and into Monday. And those winds are going to have the biggest impact. They will.
So it's persistent rain Sunday PM into Monday. So that's Jersey. I know where I'm at in upstate, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. We're getting the rain all day tomorrow.
Drive coastal flooding down the shore out through Long Island Sound as well. That could lead to beach erosion, street closures, maybe even property damage. The rainfall itself will be persistent Sunday and into the day on Monday. A couple of inches possible, but should be spread out over enough time that flash flooding not an issue here. We'll take a closer look at the storm, go hour by hour, and let you know when it lets up with the exclusive 10-day forecast in just a few minutes, Rana.
Okay, we'll see you then, Matt. Thank you. People in New Jersey are being urged to stay inside if they can during the storm tomorrow. News 4's Adam Harding live in Perth Amboy tonight with more on the state of emergency that's now in effect. Adam.
Hey, Rana, good evening to you. We saw a little rain earlier this afternoon, but by and large, it's been a pretty dry, quiet evening, though the wind is starting to pick up.
Well, this must have been from yesterday. I thought this clip was from today, but said this evening, and it's not evening here yet. So
Up within the hour, New Jersey has declared a state of emergency. As the nor'easter floods roads in the Carolinas, the storm is making its way up the East Coast, setting its sights on the tri-state with New Jersey now under a state of emergency.
Worst of it'll probably be tomorrow night into Monday.
We met Captain Pete Wagner at the Twin Lakes Marina in the Highlands Saturday night, where they're getting ready for whatever Mother Nature throws their way.
What are we worried about with this storm tomorrow?
I'm just worried a little bit about, besides the wind, the high water. We could have some decent high water here. So in precaution, we move some boats around.
The Jersey Shore bracing for intense winds and heavy rain, which could lead to beach erosion and local flooding. The mayor of Seaside Heights says the Italian Feast Parade scheduled for Sunday has already been postponed. What are we most concerned about with this storm?
At this point, obviously flooding, which is very serious if it gets bad, but the winds.
In Perth Amboy, Don King spent the final hours before the state of emergency securing his boat in the Raritan Bay.
I think it's a combination of the tide surge and the winds. The basin here is protected by the restaurant, so I feel pretty comfortable about being able to handle the winds. But the storm surge and the tides, I want to make sure the boat's tight.
I feel like the storm surge is what's the most scary. I feel like that's what, that high water coming in, and there's also, I had read there's flooding in Arizona as well. So I wanted to touch on that quickly before I end this live too.
Tied up properly, make sure my bilge pump is working and all that other good stuff.
Christina Dito says she's worried about what the nor'easter could do to the region.
We're worried because we got hit hard in Ida, we got hit hard in Sandy, and even though we installed 3 more sump pumps, we'll see, we're in a low-lying area.
Well, certainly fingers crossed for all the families who are in those low-lying areas. As for that parade in Seaside that had to be canceled for tomorrow, postponed, I should say, that has been moved to next weekend. As for that state of emergency, now in effect, and it will remain in effect into Monday. Tonight, we're live in Perth Amboy. I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
Okay, Adam, thank you for a look at the preparations there. We want to continue our...
Let me Google that, Marie. I know it's supposed to go into New Hampshire and Maine, but I don't know. Let's see. Nor'easter. Oopsies. Maine. Okay, so. Oh, here we go. Here is, let me go over here. So this is from WMTW-TV. So about a day ago.
Well, good Saturday evening. Temperatures right now nice and mild into the mid-50s, but we are starting to watch the sun setting a little earlier. And as the sun is setting right now, beautiful, picturesque sunset right there. Right now, at least, Old Orchard Beach looking nice and calm, but as we look further out, those clouds are actually coming in from our next system. That's going to be coming in as we end out the weekend. So you have plenty of dry time between now and into your Sunday before this system reaches us. So we are going to be looking at that low nor'easter coming in and bringing us some rain, but it's not going to be a whole lot. Let's just make that clear.
Okay.
We're not looking at a whole lot of rain. It's minimal rain for us as we go into your Sunday night. Some of the areas up along the coast are going to be seeing this shower first, and that'll continue to extend beyond your Monday. But it's mainly going to be the gusty winds and the rough surf. So for that reason, we do have impact weather coming at us on Monday. I know a lot of people are really busy. It's Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day, but let's keep forecasting what your Sunday is going to look like. It's going to be a little cooler and cloudy, especially as we get after the morning time frame towards the afternoon. East winds picking up about 15 to 20 miles per hour with occasional gusts up to 30. That's especially as we get to the late evening time frame. And if you have an evening plan on maybe that rain jacket, because we're going to be looking at some of these showers steadily moving up along the coast and then pushing in as we go into your Monday, a few heavier steady showers working its way through.
So it almost looks like the coast is going to be like rain, but then inland is going to be like kind of spotty showers.
But it's really going to be the gusty winds turning northeast 15 to 20 miles per hour, occasional gusts going above 30. So you're going to be looking at some coastal impacts there. But the rain amounts, not looking at a whole amount. As we go into our Tuesday, still staying cool, gusty winds around, eventually diminishing towards the later half of the evening. But our rainfall, look at this. As we look at that rainfall graphic, much of it is staying off into southern York County and extends into southern New Hampshire. As we go further up, we're losing that rainfall amount. So it's going to be sprinkled over the next few days. Gusty winds return again as we go into our Wednesday through Thursday. But overall, temperatures are starting to trend into the low to mid 50s.
Okay, so we'll stop it there. And just to show you the greenhouse, the water has receded quite a bit in North Carolina. When we watched it, the water was a little bit higher. When I was watching this earlier, the water was actually up to like the bottom of this. I mean, it was several feet higher. So I think this greenhouse is going to survive this storm. And hopefully, I don't know if they can move, like if they're going to move their house, if they're going to try to move it, if somehow they're going to try to just get everything out of it and let, the sea take it. I don't know. But it's still standing. It's still standing. So that is all I had. Oh, I wanted to talk about the flooding in Arizona because, with this nor'easter, that's what I was focused on. But I did see that there is flooding in Arizona and they're expecting more rain. So this is from Newsweek. Warning issued for life-threatening flash flooding in Arizona. So if anyone is in Arizona, this is for you. Hey, Apothecary, how are you? Yeah, that's true. Make sure you charge your electronics because the wind, that can take out power quick. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that's in Tennessee. Okay, I thought that was Arizona. No, close. So it says meteorologists warned of life-threatening flash flooding in southeastern and south central Arizona on Sunday in an advisory issued by the National Weather Service. Thunderstorms in the area of Pinal and Maricopa counties have already produced heavy rain, at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Holy cow, creating flash flooding in the region. More rain is expected in the area due to remnants of Tropical Storm Priscilla, forecasters warned. According to the National Weather Service, even a brief storm can lead to life-threatening situations. Flooding of creeks and streams, normally dry washes, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Why it matters. Flash floods are among the deadliest weather hazards in the United States, claiming dozens of lives annually, particularly in arid regions where dry ground cannot quickly absorb sudden, intense rainfall. And I feel like we saw that with Texas. The warning underscores the increased risk facing communities in Arizona and surrounding states as climate patterns drive more severe and frequent storms. Flash flooding is especially dangerous in Arizona due to the prevalence of dry washes, creeks, and urban infrastructure that can overwhelm drainage systems with little warning. So far this year, the U.S. has recorded a notable number of flash flooding fatalities across multiple states, including Texas, Illinois, and New Jersey, drawing renewed attention to the dangers associated with rapidly rising waters. Oh, and that's it. And there is, they have a little map there. So radar shows area being warned of flash flood risk by the National Weather Service. So there's Tempe, Phoenix, so south of Phoenix. That's a pretty big area. My weekend's been pretty good, unproductive, but good. I did clean under the stove today. Exciting times at the house of Emmy. And I What else did I do? I feel like there was something else I did that I was like, oh, good, I'm glad I got that done because, oh, duh. I cleaned between I have the radiators, like this, I don't know what they're called. There's a name for them, but the ones like the tall radiators. And so I cleaned between those today. Like I said, very exciting times here. But the heat is probably going to end up coming on. Well, maybe not. It's mid-October. I think I can make it till November 1st before the heat comes on. I think I can. All right, so what to know? National Weather Service meteorologists issued a life-threatening flash flood warning as Priscilla, previously a Category 2 hurricane, shifted into a post-tropical system, but still carried excessive moisture northward into Arizona. Is that normal to have hurricanes or tropical storms hit Arizona? I feel like I've never heard of a hurricane or a tropical storm hit Arizona. But as I said before, maybe I just wasn't paying attention before. As reported by the National Hurricane Center, the storm at its peak had sustained winds of 110 miles per hour, though by Friday it had diminished to winds of 45 miles per hour as it traveled off the coast of Baja California. Throughout Arizona, National Weather Service offices implemented flood watches and warnings as meteorologists tracked rain bands moving into central parts of the state. Animated weather radar indicated thunderstorms and torrential rain impacting areas near Phoenix and extending into northern and eastern Arizona. Rainfall totals were expected to reach 3 to 4 inches in central Arizona, with local amounts up to 6 inches possible, a significant trigger for flash flooding. Flood and weather watches were activated in neighboring states as well, including Utah, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, as well as parts of California. So this says westbound loop near Cooper Road, standing water is blocking several lanes. Traffic is getting by on the left shoulder. Okay, so yeah, the water is covering it. The National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center noted greatest rainfall amounts are expected across south central Arizona, especially north and east of Phoenix, while lighter rain would spread through a wider area. National Weather Service Phoenix advised residents to avoid driving through flooded areas and to stay alert as rainfall increases, saying, "Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles." The National Weather Service said in an advisory Sunday at 10:50 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, the public reported thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is already occurring. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. All right, I just read that. The immediate flash flood warning in Arizona is set to expire at 1:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but flood watches and alerts will persist through Sunday as rain bands from Priscilla continue to impact the region. Residents are advised to remain alert to rapidly changing weather conditions and to follow safety guidance from local emergency officials. There we have it. All right. And I don't think there's any other flooding, but I did see that in Arizona, and it's, obviously it's dry there, so flash flooding isn't good. But it seems like they're just really talking about this nor'easter. Actually, torrential flooding triggers evacuations in Colorado. I just saw that headline. Alrighty, well, that's all I've got for y'all. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the nor'easter and just to come live to say, hey, I will be live tomorrow. Probably 4:30 Eastern. I was about to say to cover the Robert Brooks death trial, but it's Monday, so there's no court, or it's, federal holiday. So I'm not sure what I'll talk about. Hey, Kursuma, how are you? Marie says, looks like Mesa, Phoenix area getting thunderstorms till 8 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, wow. Yeah, so if you're in Arizona, north and east of Phoenix, be aware of the weather. It is a good time to prepare for winter, that is for sure. And I'm trying to get stuff done outside because before I know it, the snow will be here. That it will. All right, y'all. Well, make sure that you are subscribed, that your notifications are on. YouTube is, temperamental, so always double check those. And even if I have my notifications on, I just make sure I click it again because sometimes I don't get it and I miss things. So hopefully I will see you tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time. But if not, I hope you have a great night, morning, day, wherever you may be. If you are watching on the replay, #replay. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.
You have one shot on stage, what you got to play? Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song.
Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high progress, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high progress, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.
She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I'm so gone, faded off a 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I rap with a passion, yeah, I got it in me. I've been waiting quite a long time for y'all to hear me. It's about damn time you put some stock into me. You're either sponsoring me or fucking bothering me. And the fact is, we just practice on this madness. That is why your status is like a canvas. Chances our advancement is enhancing, and this new expansion's like a mansion.
Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high progress, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high progress, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.